Welcome back to the deep dive.
Hello.
Today we're tackling something really fundamental. It's just a short piece, an ancient text, but wow, it packs a punch.
It really does. It's from ancient Chinese philosophy, and it gets right to the heart of reality, of understanding itself.
So our mission, if you choose to accept it, is to unpack these lines together. See if we can uncover some of those, aha moments.
Definitely worth exploring. Where should we start?
Let's jump right in at the beginning.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
The way that can be spoken of is not the constant way. The name that can be named is not the constant name.
Straight away, it makes you stop and think. What's the core idea here? Is it about language?
Exactly. It's highlighting the limits of language, basically. Words are tools, incredibly useful ones, but they're just labels.
Right.
They represent something, but they aren't the thing itself, especially when that thing is something as vast or fundamental as the constant way or constant name.
Okay, so it's like the map isn't the territory.
That's a great analogy, yeah. Or, like you said before we started, the word water.
Yeah, it isn't wet. It doesn't quench your thirst.
Precisely. It's a symbol. The text suggests the deepest truths might be, well, sort of beyond our neat little definitions.
Makes sense. I mean, have you ever tried to describe a really intense feeling or sunset, and the words just felt flat?
All the time. Language bumps up against its boundaries there.
And that leads perfectly into the next part, doesn't it? The nameless is the beginning of heaven and earth. The named is the mother of all things. Okay, nameless and named, or sometimes translated as non-being and being. That sounds complex.
It does sound abstract, yeah. Think of with a nameless non-being as this. Potential. Like pure formless potential before anything exists. The origin point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like the silence before a sound.
Exactly. And then you, the named, being, that's when things take form. It's the mother. Because all the things we perceive, all the 10,000 things, as it's often put, arise from this state of being, of having form and name.
So non-being is the potential, being is the actuality, the stuff we see and interact with.
You got it. And crucially, they aren't really opposites fighting each other. They're connected. One flows into the other.
That helps. It's less of a stark division then. Which brings us to the next lines about observation.
Right. Therefore, constant non-being is used to observe its subtlety. Constant being is used to observe its manifestations. What does that mean for, how we understand things?
It suggests two modes of perception, almost. By contemplating non-being, that formless potential, the mia or subtlety, you grasp the underlying wonder, the intricate connections, the essence of things.
Kind of stepping back to see the bigger picture, or the deeper patterns. Yeah, something like that. And then by focusing on being the world of forms, the jiao or manifestations, you observe the specifics, the boundaries, the outlines, what makes this thing, and not that thing.
So you need both perspectives, the wide-angle lens and the zoom.
Beautifully put. You need to appreciate both the underlying flow and the specific forms it takes.
Okay, this is starting to feel quite profound, actually. Which, conveniently, is where the text goes next.
Yes. These two are the same, but diverge in name. They're both called profound.
See? It brings it back together. This non-being and being, wu and you, they seem different because we give them different names, different labels.
Like we talked about earlier.
Exactly. But fundamentally, they come from the same source. They are aspects of one underlying reality.
And that shared source, that unity, is called
Lydia, often translated as profound, mysterious, dark, subtle. It points to a reality deeper than these apparent dualities.
Wow. Okay. And the final line.
Profound of the profound. The gate to all subtleties, or sometimes wonders.
Yeah, subtleties, wonders, mysteries. It's saying that understanding this deep, unified mystery, this profound of the profound, is the key. It's the gateway, the men, to truly grasping the richness and complexity of existence.
So it's not about choosing between formlessness and form, but about seeing them as interconnected through this deeper.
Precisely. It's about recognizing the limits of our names and categories and appreciating the unified mystery from which everything arises.
Incredible how much is packed into just those few lines. We've touched on language, potential, reality, perception.
It's why texts like this have resonated for millennia. They offer a lens, a way to look deeper.
So a final thought for you listening in. How might thinking about this nameless potential in the named world shift how you see things?
Yeah, what subtleties, what might you notice if you look beyond the immediate surface? Or what manifestations stand out differently now?
Something to ponder. That's all the time we have for this deep dive.
Thanks for exploring with us.